Haiti. Mercedes Sosa, Latin American Spanish, Mercedes Sosa, July 9, 1935, 1, October 4, 2009, sometimes known as La Negrelite. The Black, an affectionate nickname for people with a darker complexion in Argentina, was an Argentine singer who was popular throughout Latin America and many countries outside the region. With her roots in Argentine folk music, Sosa became one of the preeminent exponents of El Nuevo Cancionero. She gave voice to songs written by many Latin American songwriters. Her music made people hail her as the voice of the voiceless ones. She was often called the conscience of Latin America. 3. Sosa performed in venues such as the Lincoln Center in New York City, the Theatre Mogador in Paris, the Sistine Chapel in Vatican City, as well as sold-out shows in New York's Carnegie Hall and the Roman Coliseum during her final decade of life. Her career spanned 4 decades and she was the recipient of 6 Latin Grammy Awards: 2000, 2003, 2004, 2006, 2009, 2011, including a Latin Grammy Lifetime Achievement Award in 2004 and 2 posthumous Latin Grammy Award for Best Folk Album in 2009 and 2011. She won the Premio Gardel in 2000, the main musical award in Argentina. She served as an ambassador for UNICEF. Life. Sosa was born on July 9, 1935, in San Miguel de Tucumán, in the northwestern Argentine province of Tucumán. Of mestizo ancestry. She was of French, Spanish and Diaguita descent. 4. Her parents, a day laborer and a washerwoman. 5. Were Peronists, although they never registered in the party. And she started her career as a singer for the Peronist Party in Tucumán under the name Gladys Osorio. 6. In 1950, at age 15, she won a singing competition organized by a local radio station and was given a contract to perform for 2 months. 7. She recorded her first album, La Voz de la Zafra, in 1959. 7. A performance at the 1965 Cosquín National Folklore Festival, where she was introduced and brought to the stage while sitting in the audience by fellow folk singer Jorge Cafrin. 8. Brought her to the attention of the Argentine public. 7. Sosa and her first husband, Manuel Oscar Matus, with whom she had 1 son, were key players in the mid-60s Nueva Canción movement, which was called Nuevo Cancionero in Argentina. 9. Her second record was Canciones con Fundamento, a collection of Argentine folk songs. In 1967, Sosa toured the United States and Europe with great success, citation needed, in later years. She performed and recorded extensively, broadening her repertoire to include material from throughout Latin America. In the early 1970s, Sosa released 2 concept albums in collaboration with composer Ariel Ramirez and lyricist Felix Luna, Cantata Sudamericana and Mujeres Argentinas, Argentine Women. She also recorded a tribute to Chilean musician Violeta Parra in 1971, including what was to become one of Sosa's signature songs, Gracias a la Vida. 4. 10. She further popularized of songs written by Milton Nascimento of Brazil and Pablo Milanés and Silvio Rodriguez, both from Cuba. 4. After the military junta of Jorge Videla came to power in 1976, the atmosphere in Argentina grew increasingly oppressive. Sosa faced death threats against both her and her family, but refused for many years to leave the country. At a concert in La Plata in 1979, Sosa was searched and arrested on stage, along with all those attending the concert. 9. Their release came about through international intervention. 7. Banned in her own country, she moved to Paris and then to Madrid. 7. 9. Sosa returned to Argentina from her exile in Europe in 1982. 9. Several months before the military regime collapsed as a result of the Falklands War, and gave a series of concerts at the Teatro Opera in Buenos Aires, where she invited many of her younger colleagues to share the stage. A double album of recordings from these performances became an instant bestseller. In subsequent years, Sosa continued to tour both in Argentina and abroad, performing in such venues as the Lincoln Center in New York City and the Theatre Mogador in Paris. In poor health for much of the 1990s, she performed a comeback show in Argentina in 1998. In 1994, she played in the Sistine Chapel in Vatican City. In 2002, she sold out both Carnegie Hall in New York and the Colosseum in Rome in the same year. A supporter of Perón, she favored leftist causes throughout her life. She opposed President Carlos Menem, who was in office from 1989 to 1999, and supported the election of Nestor Kirchner, who became president in 2003. Sosa was a UNESCO Goodwill Ambassador for Latin America and the Caribbean. 12. Sosa disliked being identified as a protest singer. 14. While she was outright in her political stances, Sosa said the following on the position of the artist. An artist isn't political in the party political sense. They have a constituency, which is their public. It is the poetry that matters most of all. In a career spanning 4 decades, she worked with performers across several genres and generations: folk, opera, pop, rock, including Martha Argerich, Andrea Bocelli, David Brosa, Franco Battiato, Jamie Roos, Joan Baez, Francis Cabrel, Gal Costa, Luz Cosol, Lila Downs, Lucio Dalla, Maria Ferranturi, Lucecita Benitez, Nilda Fernandez, Charlie Garcia, Leon Gico, John Marco, Nana Mascuri, Pablo Milanes, Holly Near, Milton Nascimento, Pato Negra, Fito Paez, Franco De Vita, Lourdes Perez, Luciano Pavarotti, Silvio Rodriguez, Ismael Serrano, Shakira, Sting, Caetano Veloso. Julieta Venegas, Gustavo Cerati and Constantine Wecker. 9. Sosa participated in a 1999 production of Ariel Ramirez's Misa Criolla. 15. Her song Bolderama is featured in the 2008 movie Che, starring Benicio del Toro as the Argentine Marxist revolutionary Che Guevara. 16. Sosa was the co-chair of the Earth Charter International Commission.